we have Andrew Taylor, who is the retired Chief Executive of Lincoln. The amount of work that Andrew has done for the city is immeasurable. But the work that he has done for the Freeman is very, very much appreciated. I don't know how many people know, but until 1999, when Andrew came to Lincoln, we had no Lady Freeman. Andrew was the person that took it to council and made the council realise what an asset it would be if we had Lady Freeman. And all of the Lady Freeman here, all their certificates will carry Andrew's signature. Until today, nobody has signed a lady's certificate other than Andrew as Chief Executive. And the Freeman's Guild, prior to 1999, was a little rock. We got the ladies invested, and things have blossomed from then on. And the Guild is the strongest now that it has been for many, many years. So, Mr. Mayor, on behalf of the trustees, we would like you to make Andrew Taylor an Honorary Freeman of the Academy.
This is an interesting role reversal. Complete role reversal. I shall be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
I shall be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
And to my power maintain and defend the franchises.
And to my power maintain and defend the franchises.
Privileges, jurisdiction and charters of this corporation.
Privileges, jurisdiction and charters of this corporation.
And perform, execute and do all such duties.
Perform, execute and do all such duties.
Offices and things as I am liable and ought to do.
Offices and things as I am liable and ought to do.
As a franchise man of this city.
As a franchise man of this city.
So help me God.
So help me God.
If you want to come up, Andrew, I'll sign you. Andrew would like, it's not the normal procedure, but Andrew would like to say a few words, and I've granted him that right.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor didn't offer me the opportunity to sit there then, but I spent the last 16 years sat exactly by there, so I don't really want to break any habits. I'll be very brief with this, and I admit that I'm actually shaky being here. I never was. I could speak in front of hundreds of people, both through my football duties in Eastbourne County and importantly here at Lincoln, and never needed notes, never had the slightest tremble, but this is about me, and therefore, and also the emotion of it, I'm finding it that much more difficult. So only a small couple of points I want to make. Firstly, I mentioned to my wife Angela, who has been an incredible support part of the Civic Party in all the years that we have been here, that I was being made a Freeman. And I must confess, she did take exception to it at first, on the basis that if I'm doing any work, I should be paid for it. But we wouldn't pass that. My thanks to my family, very much so whilst I'm talking about that. Over the years, as Chief Executive, it really is a full-time job. And if ever on a rare occasion I phone up saying I can get home between 5 or 6 o'clock, in all fairness to my family, they must have been committed to Lincoln because they would do everything possible to persuade me to stay and work for as long as possible, probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I think that was probably a storm on me. They were not so much in the interests of the city, but in their interests as well. The 16 years that I've been here, I'm incredibly proud that I am the longest serving, second longest serving Chief Executive since 1910. For me, it has been perfection. I've had a long career in local government, but I can't begin to describe what it's like to do that in a place like Lincoln. This city is quite incredible. I'm a very proud Welshman, and I'm equally now a proud Lincolnite. In fact, the thing is now, you could truly say that I'm a yellow belly. Back in Wales, that was a bit different. My rugby teacher used to call me a yellow belly, and a completely different sort of reading there about my braveness, but it was important to do that. 1999, when I came here, Lincoln was very different than it is now, and I would like to pay massive gratitude and thanks to the huge number of people that have made that difference in such an incredible city. Thank you all very much for that. The next 2 or 3 years are things that I've argued for in those 15 years, the level crossing being sorted out, the roads, etc., that we've needed and wanted for generations. It's going to be made for 2 or 3 years, and then it's going to be quite incredible. So that little bit of patience, and the city is really going to take off, and that's going to be absolutely special to watch, and for people in the future to take a part of. Mr. Mayor, I've loved working with all the mayors over the years. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved working with Tony. I've got a funny feeling that David Jackson, you, the sheriff, was on my interview panel. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was the only one that voted against, so you can never mind. It's nice to see him. So it's absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to say thanks. I appreciate this probably more than anything could. Thank you.